whispered logic puzzles. Thank you for joining me. I'm Andrea, and I'm going to continue on Sandwich Sudoku. We'll be doing level 36. This is a 9-star level. Okay, in Sandwich Sudoku, first off, like regular Sudoku, every row has the digits from 1 to 9 with no duplicates. Every column has the digits from 1 to 9 with no duplicates. And every 3x3 square, surrounded with the thicker border, has the digits from 1 to 9 with no duplicates. Sandwich Sudoku adds in numbers along the sides and the top. Each number along the side tells what the digits in between the 1 and the 9 will add up to. So in this row there will only be one digit between the 1 and the 9, and that will be the 2. In this row there will be 5 or 6 digits between the 1 and the 9. The number at the top of the column is again what the digits between the 1 and the 9 will add up to. I like to start with looking at 1s and 9s. And right here, it's an easy one because 35, that's all the digits between the 1 and the 9, which means the 9 is on the other side. I then, at this point, put X's everywhere that can't be a 1 or a 9. Okay, so in this column, the digits between the 1 and the 9 will add up to 8. That can be done with 1 or 2 digits. So a 9 could be here or here. And up top, the 9 could be here or here. In this column, there's just a 3 between the 1 and the 9. So the 3 is either here or here, and the 1 could be here, or the 1 could be here. Okay. So now I'm going to see if I can figure out anything additional just looking at some of these columns. Here's another 35. That means there's a 1 or a 9 at the top and a 1 or a 9 at the bottom. Since I don't know whether it is the 1 or the 9 at each spot, I just put both in right now, and we'll figure that out later. So in this row, there's a 2 between the 1 and the 9, so the 2 could be here, or it could be here, and the other could be here, or here. And down here, 7 could be made with a 1 or 2 digits. Since there's a 5 at the side, it can't be made that way. So it could be here or here, and it could be here or here. Okay, now I'll continue looking. Okay, for 27, you have at least 5 digits between the 1 and the 9. That means these all have to be X's, because if there was a 1 or a 9 here, the other would be at the far edge. If it was here, the other would be at this far edge. But there's no way that one of these could be a 1 or a 9. And because of how this is, I know that either this spot or this spot is the 9. Then we have a 4. If this spot is the 9, this would be the 4, and this would be a 1, here cannot be a 1 or a 9. Because if this is a 1 or a 9, the 3 and the other one, or the 3 and the other one, those are both X's. Any of these other spots could be 1s or 9s. Okay, this is a minimum of 5 digits, so again, I could do that. Now I'll step back up to this row, because I've already got a 1 or a 9 up here. So either this or this is the 1 or 9. If it's this, then this will be the 3, and this will be the other one. If this is a 1 or 9, this will be the 3, this will be the other one. So this cannot be a 1 or a 9 now. So I'm just looking to see if I see anything else right now. In this 3, again, this cannot be a 1 or a 9, because that would mean the 3 was here or here, and the other one would have to be here or here, and it can't be. Okay, let's look again this way. 26, 8, 6, 27, 4, 8. Okay, something. So if I look in this square right here, the 9 will either be here or here. If the 9 is here, this will have to be a 7, and this will be a 1. If the 9 is here, this will have to be a 5, and this will be the 1. So, whichever one of these is the 9, the corresponding one over here will be the 1. So let's say the 1's here. I would say, would the 9 be here or here? That's what it would be. And if the 1 was here, it could be a 9 here, or here, or here. But, okay. Then I have to think. Let's see, one of these. Okay, looking up here, either this one or this one will be a 1 or a 9. If it's this spot, then the other one will be right here. If it's this spot, the other one will be right here. Could I have... So if I'm over here and here, then this row. Okay, something has changed. So let's say that this was a 9 and this was a 1. This would have to be a 9, which would mean this would have to be a 1. Okay, if this is the 9, this is the 1. Could this be a 9? No, because then I'd need another 1 up here. So if this was the 1, so this, it would have to have a 9 down here. And that would put the 1 over there's a pattern. It's either these four, which would then finish this row, this column, this column, or it's these four. Which would finish this row, and this row, and this column, and this column. I'm just going to go ahead and actually try out something. I'll try out the first one and see what we find. I'm just going to put greens here because I don't want to actually, because this is just a guess. We're just looking. Okay, so if this row is complete and this column's complete, then this one also has to be a 1 or a 9. It cannot, so this, assume is an X, this is an X. So for this row, that would make this a 1 or a 9. That would finish this square. Let's see. And for this one, it would have to be down here because this couldn't be a 1 or a 9. And this couldn't be a 1 or a 9. And then if you look down here, the 3 would have to be right here, because if it was here, then this would have to be a 1 or a 9. And it can't, because this square is done in this column. So it's over there. So we've got this pattern. Very interesting. Okay, so if this column is done, then I know one of these will be a 1 or a 9. And this has to. So, put a green there. Okay, 5 or 6 digits. That would mean the 1 or the 9 would have to be right here. And in this column, 5 or 6 digits, that would put the 1 or the 9 there. Okay, and since this row is done, now this column is done, a 1 or a 9 would go here. And this would have to be the position of the 1 or the 9 in this row. Let's look here. Would have to go right there. Okay, wait, did we get? So this is very much a pattern. Okay. So that would be every 1 or 9 marked there. Let me just check out whether this would work. So if this is a 1, this is a 9, this is a 1, this is a 9, this is a 1. So it does work out there. Let me check up here. This 1, this is a 9, this is a 1, this is a 9, this is a 1. Checks out there. Those are the only 2 things I can test with because these are the only 1s and 9s. So I'm going to assume that this is the right pattern because it shouldn't work the other way. So let's go ahead and put a 9 in here. Erase the green. Put a 1. Erase the green. Put a 9. Erase the green. Put a 1. Erase the green. Put a 9 and erase the green. And then now I know this is a 1. I'll put a 9 and erase the green. 1 and erase the green. 9 and erase the green. 1 and erase the green. I know this is a 9. 1 and erase the green. 9 and erase the green. A 1 and erase Alright, now we're going to work on the next steps of solving. So in this row there's a 2 between the 1 and the 9. In this row there is a 3 between the 1 and the 9. You know what I'm wondering? Okay. In this row, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. And over here would be the 2 and the 4. And here I've got a 7 between the 1 and the 9. Here I have every digit, so I'll just hold off there. Here I have a 5 between the 1 and the 9. Here I have one of these, but I don't know yet. Here I have a 3 between the 1 and the 9. And here I have a 7 between the 1 and the 9. And in this column I have an 8 between the 1 and the 9. In this column I have a 4 between the 1 and the 9. That makes this a 2. In this column, let's see, it includes a 7, does not include the 3. So I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. There's already an 8, 7, so this is, and okay, this square right here could be 2, 4, 6. This one also has a 2 in the row, so this could be 4 or 6. And down here, I could have 2, 4, 6, or 8. And that means up here, this has to be a 5. Okay. This column, it says 6 between the 1 and the 9. And this column, it's all the digits. This column, it's an 8 between the 1 and the 9. In this column, it's 5 digits. It includes a 5. Does not include a 3. So 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. I've already got the 5s, so 2, 4, 7, 8. This could be 2, 4, 7, 8. This row has a 7, so this could be 2, 4, 8. And this could be 2, 4, 7, 8. This is a 3, then this has to be a 6 because that's the other one left out. Okay, this column, it's a 7 between the 1 and the 9. This column, I've got a 3 between the 1 and the 9. Okay. Here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of these will be a 6. For 7. Or those will be a 7. And then an 8. There's an 8 in this column. So this is the 8. Okay. I'm going to come down here because there's only 3 open spots here too. So there's 1. And it looks like any of these could be a 2. Then I've got 3. And any of these could be a 4. I have 5, 6, 7. And any of these could be an 8. Okay. Let's see. I wonder if this row I have 1, 2. I don't have a 3. So this could be a 3. Or this could be a 3. There's already a 3 in this column, so can't be one there. Then 4. This could be a 4. Either of these could be a 4. 5. There's a 6 here, so a 6. And then 7. There's a 7 in this column. A 7 in this column, but this could be a 7. Then 8, 9. Okay. Let's see. I wonder if there's anything I can narrow down more. Let's see. 3, 7, 26, 35, 6, 27, 4. There's 3 left in this column. So let's see, I have 1, 2. There's a 3 in this row. There's a 3 in this row, so this has to be a 3. And then 4 could be here or here. And then 5 could be here or here. Then 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Here I have 4 digits, so I guess the other 5 I could put in. So 2 could be here, but not this row. And one of these could be a 2. And 3. I can't have a 3 down here. So one of these is a 3. And then 4, there's a 4 in this column. And 5. So 5 in this row. So this could be a 5, and then there's a 5 in this row. So one of these could be a 5. And then 6, there's a 6 in this row, so one of these could be a 6. And one of these could be a 6. And 7. There's a 7 up here. Then there's a 7 in this row, a 7 in this row, so this is the 7. Okay, that narrows this down to 2. And if I look now in this column, this is a 4 or a 6, and this is a 4 or a 6. So the others can't be 4 or 6. That makes this an 8. That makes this a 2. Okay. Alright, let's look in this column. Again, I have 4. So there's a 5 unknown. I know that's a 3 or a 4, but okay, I have 1. So for 2, can't have a 2 in here. One of these could be a 2. And then for 3, one of these could be a 3. This can't be a 3, but this could be a 3. Any of these could be a 4. Let's see, 5. There's a 5 in this row. This could be a 5. One of these could be a 5. There's the 6 and the 7. There's an 8 in this row, but this could be an 8. And there's an 8 down here. So this is only option 8 for the column. So we'll do that. Okay, now looking, this is a 3 or a 4, and this is a 3 or a 4. So this cannot be 3 or 4, and neither can this. Okay. So now in this square, I know that these are the 2 and 5. So I have 1, 2. For 3, there's a 3 in this row and a 3 in this row. So this is my 3. And 4 could be here or here. 5 is over here. The 6, there's a 6 in this row, so this is the 6. And that means this is the 4. Okay, now I know this is an 8. It's narrowed down. Okay, so these are a 2 and a 4. That means this can't have a 4. Okay, this is a 6 or a 7, and this is a 6 or a 7, so this can't have a 6. And 2, 4, 5, 6, 4, 2, 4, 5. this could be a 5. There's a 6 down here. For 7. This could be a 7. There's a 7 in this row. This could be a 7. And for 8, there's an 8 down here. So this could be an 8 and 9. Okay. And this column got 3 more to fill in. So I have 1, 2. For 3, there's a 3 in this row. 3 in this row. So this could be a 3. And I have 4. And 5. One of these could be a 5. This could be a 5. For 6, the 6 can't be up here because there's 1 in there. So one of these is a 6. And then 7. 7 can't be in this row. This could be a 7, or this could be a 7. And 8, 9. Okay. Seems like it's just getting so cluttered with these numbers. There's got to be something more I can do here. Let me look. Okay, you know what I could figure out more? Okay, this is 5 digits to make 26. It includes an 8 and a 3. So it has to be that one or that one, and does not include a 7. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 4, 5, 6. It does not have a 2. So that makes this a 5. That makes this a 6. That makes this a 4. That narrows this down to 2. Narrows this down to 4. Narrows this down to 2. Oh, this is good. This is helping a lot. Narrows this down to 5. Narrows this down to 4. Narrows this down to 3. Narrows this down to 6, which narrows this down to 5. Narrows this down to 4. Narrows this down to 7. Narrows this down to 5. Narrows this down to 6. Narrows this down to 3. I've narrowed this down to 3. And this to 8. And 4. Another 4 over here. Now I know this is 7 and this is 4. And this is narrowed down to 6. And here we've got a 5. You know, this is a 7 and this is a 6. And this I know has to be 7, and that makes us a 3. Okay, this is much better. We're going to go ahead and polish this off here pretty quick. Okay, in this square I have 1, then 2, could be there, or it could be here, 3, 4, okay, there's a 5 in this column, so this is a 5, which means for the 2, this has to be the 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, makes this the 8, this is narrowed down to an 8 here. Down here I have 1, and then 2, there's a 2 in this row, so this is the 2, then 3, 4, 5, and there's a 6 in this row, so this is the 6, and this is the 7. And there we go, we have completed level 36. Thank you for joining.